Plains, we're trying to get the Civilian Review Board going. There's a great deal of resistance, but it's needed. How are you going to police yourselves? Damon says it all the time. We need this independent group of people who are not tied to the system, who can look at cases. So that's one of the things we're fighting for. I think every city needs it.
Absolutely.
You know, so as I say that, I could go on, but the point is the NAACP has structure. We're celebrating 80 years in White Plains, Greenberg, and in the state, 80 years, and we're getting ready to have the 80th Congress conference on the state level this week.
Okay.
And I just passed Damon an envelope. He wanted to know what it was. Damon is our criminal justice honoree.
No, thank you. I didn't know that. That's nice.
Yes.
Now I just want to say something. I want to say something, and it's been a while since I've said this, and Damon says it too. And the individual gets mad that I say this. You were talking about how can you police yourself. We're talking about voting. It is my opinion, A.J. Woodson, it is my opinion, I think he's a cool guy and everything, that the three positions that Reginald Lafayette has is a conflict of interest. Reggie Lafayette is the Mount Vernon City Democratic Chairman. He's the Westchester County Democratic Chairman, and he's the Democratic Board of Election Chairman. Right? So let's just put it this way.
Commissioner of the Board.
Commissioner. I'm sorry, Commissioner. Whatever.
Okay.
So let's give you a scenario. You're talking about policing yourself. So I'm a candidate running for office, and I'm having a problem with the process in Mount Vernon, and I maybe have a problem with even dealing with the chairman, and the chairman won't do nothing, or did something that I feel violated me.
It was unfair.
The person that I would complain to is the Board of Election. So, in other words, if Reggie Lafayette does something to me, I have to tell on him to Reggie Lafayette. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, so Reggie, I'm mad at you because you did this. I officially think, and no disrespect to him because he's not the only one. Doug Colte on the Republican side, well, he's not. He's county and Board of Election. He doesn't have a city, but that's still those two things I think are a conflict. But I'm finding out in many other counties this happens. He's not the first. He may be one of the first blacks, but he's definitely not the first to do it. But that does still not make it a conflict of interest. I think it's wearing too many hats, and I think that you can't be effective in all three positions at the same time. Now,
no. You can be effective. He is effective in all three positions. We're looking at it. We're saying you can't, but he is effective in all three positions. Because if you are a young person that wants to get into politics, and he does not want you in there, you don't get in. If you're running in Mount Vernon, and you want to complain on him, who are you complaining to?
Yeah, he's the keeper of the gate.
Yes. Yes, he is, and he does it very well.
Right. I said no. I still think, and again, for anybody who hears me and think that I'm a critic, this is nothing that I have not told Reggie Lafayette several times, and I told him until you can prove to me or convince me that it's not a conflict, I am going to continue to believe this. And it's been a year since I've said it, so I'm saying it again.
And I've been saying it again, and everybody knows the great News 12 confrontation, but
you have it on tape.
Yeah, we can pull it up.
Don't get me started.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Anyway, what? Man, I lost a thought. Now you're talking about that. But the whole thing is, how do we move forward? You know, how do you break the party? Now, how does a party endorse someone if there's four people running? Why would the party endorse one candidate when they're all Democrats?
Right.
You understand? You know, why would, I mean, look, the National, they didn't do it, but once the emails got leaked, we found out that they were towards Hillary, you know, so they did it in their own way. But the whole thing is, that's not democracy. If we're all supposed to be in a party, and this is another reason I left the party, if we're all supposed to be in a party, I'm a Democrat, You're a Democrat. We all Democrats. Then the party just picks me and say this is the Democratic candidate. Then what the hell are y'all?
Right.
You know, I mean, I mean, if y'all in the party,
It's their way of saying there's only room for one.
right? And it's political gang banging.
And everybody, all good Democrats are supposed to support
To
the
get in
candidate.
line and go with the person that the gatekeeper says can come through the gate.
And when you do not, you're considered a number of things. Like you just
A rebel rouser,
yeah,
a troublemaker, you know,
obstructionist.
obstructionist. You use thuggery.
Actually, that was said about you by the particular person we're talking about. He actually did say that about you.
So, but yeah, I mean, when are we going to change it? I mean, that's the whole thing. When are the people going to say? And this is what's going on now, even with the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. The Republican Party, the people are saying we had enough of the same old political process. That's how Trump got elected. It wasn't that he was the best candidate. They was just tired of those old fogey stogies that they put up.
There was a couple of people that were in that line of 9 or 10. There's at least 1 or 2 of them that I actually would have voted over Hillary on. Over seriously, you know what I'm saying?
I tell you right now, if what's his name? If he was, I would have voted for him.
He definitely won. Yes,
I would have voted for him. He as a governor, he did a hell of a job in the state, and he wasn't so far to the right that me as an independent, I could think, oh well, he's going to trample on my rights and this and that. No. You know, I mean, he came from a good state. He did good things in the state, and he would have beat Hillary Clinton. He would have beat Hillary, but you know, I really think we all been trumped. You know, the bottom line, I think that this. You know, and it won't come out. We'll be old. We'll be almost in the grave, and it's going to. Some secret email gonna pop out between Donald Trump and Bill Clinton that they planned this all along. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm serious because it doesn't for a woman to have such a low rating amongst people. They had to find someone with a lower rating to make sure she got in. And I really think, I'm telling you, I didn't think Donald really wanted it. He was more.
Yeah, I thought
he was more for just I'm out here, I'm getting free
to
press,
promote
I'm pushing my brand.
Right.
Then,
all of a sudden, it's, oh my God.
Then he says, oh Lord have mercy,
Yeah.
I'm actually winning. I'm actually winning. You know, I think his kids taking it more serious than he is.
True. But at the end of the day, we still have to look at the differences.
Oh no, without a doubt. You know, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but this is.
I get you.
But it's sad that
Yeah.
we have to be in a position
To
that we have to pick dumb
Again.
and dumber.
Yeah. Listen, I want to give you this Dr. King quote. He says, "Nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance
And conscientious
and
stupidity. I just put on that Facebook this morning.
So here we are.
Yeah.
We're looking at it, right?
Yes, we are, and it's dangerous.
And it's
Yes,
dangerous.
yes, it is.
But we still got to be involved. And should Hillary be successful in this bigger picture, we got to hold her and everybody else accountable.
Oh, without a
Because
doubt.
this is where
Absolutely.
we step back. We sit on the bench like we no longer on the team. We got to stay on the
That's
team.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
We got to play harder, if anything.
Exactly. From day one on.
Now there's
You know,
one.
It's funny you said that. From day one on, that is what I got criticized for in January, February, March.
No.
From day one on, like from day one, you got to you got to hold the elected officials accountable.
No, you have to.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
look. Everybody tell you, oh, Damon, you should run. No, I have more fun doing what I'm doing now because I'm free.
Actually, you have more power. Like you
Yeah,
probably,
no,
you're
but
probably more effective, but
I'm
you're more
free.
effective.
I'm
You're-
free. Politicians, you owe. That's the name of the game. You're going to owe. And see, and we haven't, as black people, understood that we need to pool our resources, start political action committees, and run our own candidates, finance our own candidates. Because then because if we don't, we end up with a Richard Thomas. We'll end up with a mayor that was financed by people that have no interest in the black people that voted them in office. And not just Richard Thomas, but many other black politicians that are in Westchester County and throughout the nation in the Congressional Black Caucus. We do not finance their campaigns. Other people finance their campaigns. And we wonder why the contracts and the deals and the bids are not going to black businesses. They're going to other businesses that don't even hire our children. So we have to start thinking out of the box.
Did you vote for Obama?
Primary vote
That was great.
2015 turned very nasty today. Supporters of different candidates in the race for Mount Vernon mayor went at it in the streets. Tempers flared in Mount Vernon, where a war of words turned into an all-out shouting match among what are supposed to be the political elite. News 12's Ty Milburn was there as the chaos unfolded.
Okay.
You ain't nothing but Uncle Tom.
Did you vote for Obama? Mount Vernon's Democratic Party chairman, Reginald Lafayette, and Damon Jones, leader of the Westchester chapter of Blacks in Law Enforcement, in a nasty confrontation outside of the city's Democratic Party headquarters.
And you have allowed this criminal injustice system to journey DPR. I'm not on justice. I'm standing in front of injustice.
Just minutes before this melee started, Jones held a news conference with several Mount Vernon Democratic candidates, including Councilman Richard Thomas, where they called on the Justice Department to investigate Lafayette and the Board of Elections because they believe there is fraud and corruption in the organization.
So the only way to go is to ask the Southern State of New York District of U.S. Attorney's Office to look into this.
Lafayette, apparently unaware that this news conference was taking place, arrived at the Democratic headquarters, and that's when sparks flew.
To tell the truth, the devil always come out the woodwork.
Police were called to the scene to break things up. Even Mayor Ernie Davis, an ally of Lafayette, showed up to bring calm to this chaotic scene.
This is political to make the party look bad. And then you're using thuggery to do that, because this is no place for that.
The altercation here ended almost as quickly as it started. And now that the politicians have had their say, it'll be up to voters to have the final say when they go to the polls on Thursday. We're in Mount Vernon. Ty Milburn, News 12.
The Mount Vernon Democratic primary.
And they lost.
And what follow-up is there with Reginald in terms of?
Probably nothing, because he's on the advisory committee of Hillary Clinton. So what is going to happen to him? Absolutely nothing. See, we're looking at a system that is clearly not for the people. The whole thing is a charade. You know, it's really a charade. Let's look at black communities throughout the nation, and they're run by Democrats. I mean, people got mad at Donald Trump when he said what he said. But if we want to be honest with ourselves, we want to be really honest, he was on point. On point. Because there ain't no Republicans running these black communities. They're Democrats.
But, you know, Donald Trump, even as an entrepreneur, has had plenty of time to do good. He just sort of stepped up now.
Well, I mean,
what he's going to do.
Because
he's so incredible to me.
Yeah, I get that. But sometimes a broken clock is right twice a day. And that broken man was right when he said that. But we are in denial, you know, because it came from him, because the message was correct, but the messenger wasn't the right messenger. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, and we're still in denial that our communities are suffering, our educational systems are suffering, our economic development are suffering, the training of men that don't go to college is suffering, and we have communities like Mount Vernon all across the nation. Ferguson was the same place.
I'm sorry.
What?
Yo, I'm getting alerts. So and so shared your video. So and so, the video is showing that.
Oh.
It's like,
oh, they're sharing that? Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, it is what it is.
Shout out to John R. Jones, who's tuned in.
But I mean, we have to have honest conversations about that. But it goes back to voting. But it also goes back to us understanding the political process. That's what Dr. Fulani was always talking about. How do we have to understand the political process, and we have to take part of it, not just in voting, but putting our money, financing our electoral candidates. Let's not allow businesses and developers and all them to finance our politicians. And that's why we don't get nothing from it. And then the developers come in and don't even hire our children in the city. They still can't find a job. They bring people from outside of the city to come work. And the most our little black kid gonna get is flag man. You understand what I'm saying? He's not being taught electrician,
so wait, hold
plumber,
on.
or anything like
a lot
that.
of them can't get that because you gotta be certified for that. A lot of them don't know where to go to get.
No. But there's a trick to that. If you're not certified, you get $10. If you get certified, it's like $25, almost $30. It's a difference. See, but they don't tell a young black kid go get certified on waving a flag. They just give him a flag and have him stand out there. But the others that come in, they're certified, so they're getting more money than what we're getting. See, we always get tricked. We always get the banana in the tailpipe. It always happens to us, but when are we going to learn it? I mean, when are we going to say is enough so our communities can change?
And we have to say it. Yeah. No one can tell us.